Fox 61 breaking news now.
Now at 10, we begin with breaking news in New Haven, where police say 3 people were shot tonight. Good evening and thanks for joining us for the Fox 61 News at 10. I'm Brent Harden. Now, police say that shooting happened near 50 Judson Avenue. They say 2 people have life-threatening injuries and 1 person was grazed by a bullet. We do have a crew headed to the scene now, and we'll bring you a live report as soon as we can. Our other top story tonight, a debate over privacy and public safety is heating up in Cheshire. Neighbors packed a town council meeting tonight demanding answers about flock cameras. Many said they never got a say before the technology was put into place. Fox 61's Kay Pattyfoot was there as tensions boiled over.
They're small cameras with a big controversy. Flock cameras automatically scan license plates and send that information to law enforcement databases. Police say they help solve crimes, but the issue for some people isn't about safety. They say it's trust. The message from neighbors was clear. They want a voice in whether flock cameras belong in their community. At Tuesday night's town council meeting, people filled the room to push back against the technology.
This is being shoved down our throats, and I feel it should be definitely put to a vote, just like you had the pool to a vote. This should have been put to a vote. You had no right to do this to us.
Many who spoke say they are not against keeping Cheshire safe, but they question how much information is being collected and who has control over it.
Regulating large nationally spread companies in one state is not something that I think we can be reliant on to think that it will protect us.
This type of thing needs to be on our side of the fence and not on your side. And at the very least, we should be voting on something like this. So that's all I have to say.
Flock cameras are designed to capture license plate data, which police can use during investigations. But critics say the cameras create a record of people's movements without their consent.
It wasn't approved by the people, we didn't vote on it, and it violates our rights. It's not constitutional.
It's disgusting, and if they think we're going to re-vote people in, they're sadly mistaken, because we're not going to do it. I want to know who passed it, and I want to not vote them back in.
After public comment ended, Council Chair Peter Talbot said he would support holding a public information session with neighbors, council members, and police there to discuss the issue.
The council can be there as listeners as well, but we hear from the police chief and we hear from some of the subject matter experts. That's who we listen to. Again,
you should listen to us too, though.
Yeah, you're not voted in by the police.
that's true.
That's true. Paulie, you're not voted in by the police chief of Cheshire.
And as I started,
the town currently has several flock cameras located near highway entrances and high traffic areas. Robin Tiso said that last comment from the council chair made her and her husband feel ignored. In Cheshire, Kay Pattyfoot, Fox 61.
Okay, thank you. A second arrest has been made in connection with a deadly home invasion in Milford. U.S. Marshals arrested 24-year-old Ivan Barrios Florimon today in the Bronx. Police say he and 25-year-old Stuart Lopez Reyes are accused in the June 3rd shooting death of 69-year-old Frederick Werner and the shooting of 69-year-old Sandra Cooper. Officers found both victims suffering from gunshot wounds at a home on East Broadway, and Werner died from his injuries while Cooper survived. Lopez Reyes was arrested last week in New Haven. Barrios Florimon is being held in New York pending extradition to Connecticut. His bond is set at $3 million. Well, 2 men face charges in connection with the 2024 killing of a New Haven man. Police say Niger Wicker was riding a dirt bike near Ferry and Wolcott Streets when he was shot by someone in a vehicle following him, and he later died at the hospital. 18-year-old Jaden Cabasquini was arrested July 28th and is charged with murder and carrying a pistol without a permit. U.S. Marshals and New Haven police arrested 20-year-old Joshua Yaton 2 days later, I should say. He is charged with murder and criminal liability for the acts of another. Both were taken into custody without incident and are being held on $1.5 million bonds. New Haven's mayor and police chief will provide an update on the case tomorrow afternoon.
We deserved today after a super soaker Monday. The sun came back out today. The humidity was a lot lower, and we have another beautiful day in store for tomorrow before some really classic August weather settles in. It will turn more humid. It will turn warmer to borderline hot as we head into Thursday and Friday. And each day there will be a chance for a shower or thunderstorm, but none of the days later this week look like a total washout. It'll be kind of hit or miss in nature. Some towns will stay completely dry and others could get a drenching downpour. Right now it's 71 in Hartford, mid-70s for the New Haven area. And we have great sleeping weather out there for us again tonight. Take advantage before the humidity comes roaring back in. Overnight lows will be between 55 and 65 degrees. And tomorrow afternoon, very similar to today. Highs in the low 80s for the shoreline, but mid 80s inland, and even some upper 80s possible for the Hartford area. The humidity, though, is back starting Thursday. We'll talk about what that means for the feels like temperature later this week and the weekend coming up.
All right, Rachel, thank you. One person has died following a crash on I-691 in Meriden. State police say the crash happened around 8:20 last night, just before exit 3. Investigators say John Vincent Ireton Sr. lost control while driving in the left lane, struck a metal guardrail, and then hit the back of another car. Ireton was taken to the hospital where he later died. The other driver was not hurt. State police are asking anyone with information or dash camera video to contact them. Melissa Esperanza Ramirez, the Stamford woman charged in a July 13th crash that killed an off-duty Bridgeport police officer and his girlfriend, appeared in court today. According to court documents, Ramirez told police she had never had a driver's license. The state is expected to add a charge of operating without a license at a later date. Her next court appearance is scheduled for August 31st. Well, the case against New Haven's former police chief was continued today. Carl Jacobson pleaded not guilty in April to charges of embezzling $85,000 from 2 police department accounts. Investigators say the money was found in his personal checking account. An arrest warrant alleges Jacobson lost more than $200,000 gambling in 1 year while placing nearly $4.5 million in wagers. Police say $81,000 was taken from the department's Narcotics Enforcement Program fund between January of 2024 and January of 2025. Well, the so-called Z-curve is arguably the most popular gateway to New Haven outside of using the Route 9 exit, but the offset, disjointed layout that gives the intersection its name has long created traffic and pedestrian safety concerns. Fox 61's Jamel Johnson talked to neighbors about the problems and what the city plans to do about them.
If you look on a map, the area between East Main Street and Newington Avenue looks like a Z, giving it the nickname Z-curve. However, neighbors in the area tell me they associate the name with car crashes on a regular, but safety enhancements are on the way in a few years.
For years, Newington and New Britain have been connected by the Z-curve. Cars drive up Newington Avenue, take a right onto East Street, and quickly turn left onto East Main Street into New Britain. Mayor Sanchez says it's a complicated maneuver that's led to its fair share of accidents.
The traffic jams that we have here are just tremendous at certain points of the day. And it's not really safe. I think for over a decade, there have been over 90 accidents.
People who live on the street, like Jeffrey Addo, believe the Z-curve is dangerous for both drivers and pedestrians.
People come flying through here, dangerously. I've had someone take out my fence. I've so many accidents. They've hit that electric pole. A lady, you see that pole's dented right there. Old ladies hit that pole from someone pushing her off the road.
These intersections full of battle scars are finally getting the change they need. In 3 years, construction will start to merge the East Main Street and Newington Avenue intersections on East Street into one 4-way intersection.
My belief is that the turn signals, the signals here are going to be improved. The traffic is going to be improved. The fact that they don't have to take this Z curve is going to be a huge improvement for the east side. There have been numerous accidents where they've knocked down some of the crosswalks, and I think with the new improvements, you're not going to see much of that.
To make it happen, the city will buy some of the houses that are connected on the Z-curve to better connect Newington Avenue and East Main Street. Addo and his family live right across from the East Main Street side of the Z-curve. He hopes the improvements help slow down drivers once construction is complete.
My daughter's room is the front room. Someone's already drove through my gate and the fence. what happens if she was sleeping in her room and someone goes through the front of the house. And I would like to see something, you know what I'm saying, that makes the street a little bit safer.
Along with the four-way intersection and improved traffic signals, the city also plans to add new sidewalks and ADA accessible curb ramps, plus 2 parks to add welcoming spaces for the city. In New Britain, Jamel Johnson, Fox 61.
National Night Out is bringing police officers and communities together across the country tonight. Here in Connecticut, dozens of cities and towns took part in the annual event with family activities, food, and a chance for neighbors to connect with local law enforcement. Fox 61's Valerie Moravi has more from Hartford.
It was a night of fun with a bigger purpose, building trust between local police officers and the people they serve. Now, the Hartford's National Night Out brought together people, officers, and community leaders to strengthen relationships and help them feel more connected to their neighbors.
The 2026 National Night Out brought dozens of people to Lozada Park Tuesday as part of the annual initiative to encourage the community to interact with local law enforcement and community resources.
Seeing their faces today is a really good way for us to just connect with them even more.
Abigail of Hartford came out with the family to experience what the event had to offer and explore the resources available for the community.
I was not expecting to see something like this, and seeing so many people and so many different parts of the community come together just to explain different things that I don't think a lot of people really see that they have access to.
The event features several resources for the community, including health and safety programs. Kids were also seen enjoying their learning experience with local police. The campaign also utilized bingo and prizes to help bring the fun. Sandra Gordon says she came out to enjoy her friend's birthday, and she was one of the lucky people to win a prize. For Gordon, she says, this type of event, it's an important reminder to stay vigilant and look out for one another.
I can go grocery shopping now. Thank you, City of Hartford. Coming together for the City of Hartford and getting us all together. The first responders, they're awesome. 100% I salute them because they're on top of things.
Now, National Night Out events were held in different communities across Connecticut Tuesday night, all with the same goal, creating safer neighborhoods through stronger police-community partnerships. In Hartford, Valerie Moravi, Fox 61.